It's good news. It's great news. Okay, we've got this is fantastic. This is something. Oh my goodness, they've been working in the background and they haven't told us anything. It's crazy how they're gonna let us bash them like this, and they're not gonna say anything. Communities have been crazy all around. All right, first off, hang on real quick. Chrysanthemum's coming out. That's cool. We're getting Jaba the Hutt as a GL. Who's going to be the light side GL to counter this? I don't know. But I do know that we have some interesting characters needed to go inside of this. So let's talk about the Jaba the Hutt thing real quick. I'm not really going to cover the Chrysanthemum character release. Character releases aren't really what my account's geared towards. So let's talk about this Galactic Legend, though. Actually, real quick, let's talk about right here. Chrysanthemum brings with him a brand new tag, the Hutt Cartel. This tag is being added to a number of existing units who had strong ties to the Hutts, and we feel will benefit most from this new tag. So we have Boba Fett, Cat Bane, Gamorrean Guard, Embo, and Mob Enforcer will all be getting this tag with the next update, which is going into the Galactic Legend Jaba the Hutt. This gives me a lot of, what's the words I'm looking for? This gives me a lot of hope that Cad Bane's going to be dope inside of this team and really make it so that moving into his bounty hunter ship is like that much more rewarding. Let's talk about this Hutt. The notorious gangster, Jaba the Hutt, will be joining the holotables in the coming months. Jaba the Hutt is an incredibly imposing character to bring to the holotables. He will not have a Galactic Legend counterpart. Oh, he won't! It's just him? Oh, this is kind of cool. Okay, he will heavily interact with the new Hutt Cartel tag and have a synergy with bounty hunters and smugglers. This includes having a special contract for bounty hunters while he is the leader. Jaba is on par with other Galactic Legends and is primarily designed to work in concert with other Hutt Cartel units. His first set requirements are shared below, and started with the new Wookiee bounty hunter, Chrysanthemum. Chrysanthemum will be one of several upcoming marquees that directly support this new faction tag, and these marquee units will be required for Jaba the Hutt while working exceptionally well with Jaba as the leader. If you want to go after Jaba, you will need these marquee characters powered up to relic levels, not just for the requirements, but also for the powerful squad he will lead. The prerequisites currently are going to be the new Chrysanthemum at Relic 5, Han Solo at Relic 8, Gamorrean Guard at Relic 3, that's not horrible, Greedo at 6, I don't like that, and Outrider at 7 stars. They've moved up the ships again, huh? They keep moving them up. As a crime lord, Jaba always likes to have a piece of the action. You will find him useful in territory battles, such as on Hoth and GOTB. That's crazy that they're talking about Hoth, by the way. Will both be receiving extra battle that requires Jabas. Wait, what? Hoth and Geonosis territory battles. Will be receiving an extra battle that requires Jaba, so will have utility right out of the gate. Even the Hoth battle? That's really weird that the Galactic Legend is getting a node in there. Jaba the Hutt will have more direct uses in the near future, so you won't want to miss the chance to use this character. We will have more to share about Jaba the Hutt's other utility locations in the next road ahead. When we get the kit reveal, let's go! Next up, we need to talk about the next Galactic Legend ship thing coming out. It's the Profundity. Alright, I didn't think it was going to be like this, but I guess here we are. This is how we're going to release out now, huh? I'm hoping this isn't how we're going to release out all of our future capital ships, because we really need to expand out ships. But this is going in the right direction for sure. So let's see. Anything in here? I don't really want to read this. Let's talk about the Profundity requirements, however. They're going to need Admiral Raddus at Relic 9, Cassian Andor at Relic 8, Dash Rendar at Relic 7, Mon Mothma at 5, Bistan at 5, Jin and Hera at Relic 5. The ships are fine. Really, all of these relics are pretty doable. It sucks that Admiral Raddus has to be at Relic 9, but it's understandable because Piet has to be at 9 as well, right? Cassian being at 8 is a little bit of an oof. Dash Rendar at 7 is not bad. He's a pretty fantastic character. Mon Mothma's already needed at 5. And Bistan being at Relic 5 along with Jyn Erso. Those two aren't horrible either because they're needed inside of the Rebel Fleet characters as well. So that's not horrible. Along with the ships that they want, that's not bad. Hera being at Relic 5 kind of sucks though. Not a fan of that one. But moving on from here, with the Profundity being announced, we have a couple of other big things happening in this game. Relic update. With the continued growth of the relic system over the last few years, some lower tier relic materials have become scarcer than intended. As a result, high requirement chases, being Relic 7 Plus, are sometimes preventing players from working on other squads or goals. To address this, carbonite circuit boards and bronzium wiring will be removed from Relic 8 and Relic 9 recipes. This frees those relic materials to be used on newer and or in development squads. So this is it's just a nice little kickback. It's nothing too big. It's something, right? I'll take that. I'd like to have a little bit more extended out to me, whether it be a little bit more relic or a little bit more gear. Either way, I'm not really complaining because this whole State of the Galaxy is pretty dope because we have this quality of life update mods. Okay, we're gonna go on in depth, but if you're gonna take anything away from this, it looks like we just pirated a bunch of things from the hot utils, right? We have a bunch of key features. Let's just go over the key features real quick. So first off, the new upgrade screen. We don't have to do the slider anymore and accidentally upgraded at 11 or 13 by accident. We have all of our individual important levels on a mod that we can click if we're moving them up individually. On top of that, we moved everything to the same screen as it seems, so we don't have to pop open a new menu. It's just going through menu screens similar to how you go through your roster. We have these nice little slicing spots. Like I said, we've stolen a couple of things from the other what's the word I'm looking for, from hot utils, because we have now how good our slices look. It tells us the stats that we could be rolling on, the minimum to maximum, and then it shows us where our mod's looking at in our slices. It tells us what our slicing quality is, and it helps you kind of understand how good your mod is, even if you don't understand mods in a complete sense. And then we have this batch upgrades, batch managements. All right, we already can sell en masse, but now we can upgrade mods en masse. We've been asking for years now to have something like this. This is amazing. Amazing that we can batch upgrade everything straight to level 12 so we can see all the hidden stats. We can see what stat upgrades we get. Now, from just a simple glance inside of the mod's individual spot here, we can even see how good the slices have come out. If we want to continue to move on to it, it's going to be so nice. Everything about this is fantastic. If you're going to take away anything from here, it's just that we've stolen a little bit from hot utils, and it's going to be way nicer to deal with mods here in the coming future. So let's talk about this in depth. Let's go over the talking. If you if that's all, if you just came here to see what's up, I appreciate it. Thank you for hanging out. Let's talk a little bit more about the mod stuff in depth. So we have the quality of life update mods. Many of you will be happy to hear, and that's true, I'm so happy to hear, that the next title update will dive deep into the mod system. With this title update, we want to focus on the modding experience, as it can take time to manage effectively. We focused on speeding up the process of upgrading and equipping mods, while also adding several new features to make finding the right mods much easier. Now, let me open this image in a new tab so we can zoom in a little bit. Give me the old... So, whoops, minus out, there we go. First off, we still have the classic only unassigned mods, only mods in the loadout. We can pick the mod shape, we can pick the set, we can pick this primary stat, and then we can also pick the secondary stats. We can even filter out all the secondaries being revealed, so we don't look for mods that are unleveled at white, green, blue, or purple. We can only find gold ones that are unleveled, or mods that we have leveled up. That's a nice spot. You can see down here, we can then, how do you put it? We can now filter for how good the mod has turned out. So as you upgrade a mod, right, every slice you move into, you have the quality of the mod that you could roll into. If we pop down over to this image, open a new tab. Oh my goodness, this one is zoomed a little bit too much. Back it out a little bit. So as you can see here, it gives you an average slice quality of what has happened to your mod as it currently sits. It shows you all of the spots in which it has been upgraded in its 4 hits and how good each of those hits did out of what it could possibly be. It's a little bit of a layman's term here on a graph, but you can kind of visually see where you have max rolled on this second roll for speed and where you have rolled what? I'd assume like maybe a 3 or a 4 here, and then a 4 or a 5 here. And this, I don't know if this is the final product, so maybe it'll get a little bit more in detail if you click it. Don't know. You can see the lock is down here, and it's just a nice little cleanup of the system as well. But you can filter by the average quality of the entire mod, right? So if you add all of these slices together, you got what? 66 plus 44, that's what? 110%, 159%, plus another, we'll just say another 30%, 189%. You divide that by 4, and that's going to be your average slice quality, which puts it at like, what, 40-something%? So you can filter it out. If you filter up to 60%, you will not see that mod. If you put it at 40%, you will see that mod. Nice, easy, understandable. It's all very clear. I like how separated everything looks. It all is going to make sense for what we're moving on here. We also can sort it by stats that we want it to have and do not want it to have. As you can see here, right? They have defense highlighted as one of the stats that you are looking for in here, but you can mark whether or not you want it to have that stat or not. So if you're looking for like a purely offensive mod, you can, let's say, put, instead of searching up for like offense, percentage, speed, and crit chance, instead of doing for that, you can just say, well, there are other stats that I might want, but I definitely do not want to see defense with my offense mod. And it'll filter it by that as well. So you have that option along to you. You can sort it by rarity. You could sort it by color, kind of like you couldn't do it by rarity, I don't believe right now, but you can definitely do it by color. I think this is what they call rarity right now. And then we also have our defeat stuff. This right here, this button, you see that? You see that thing right there, how it says save filter? It's another thing we're stealing from Hot Utils, baby. This is awesome. It's fantastic. I don't know if that means it's going to save it forever. Oh, I do. It's right here. Oh my god, we have a filter. It's just like Hot Utils. So you can set up filters for your mods to make sure that you understand which mods are going to be good or bad as you obtain them. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, goodness gracious. All right. Oh man, I think this is an amazing update. I am so very excited to see where this is going to take Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Right? If this is what they're working on in the background, I don't know why they didn't just tell us. I don't know why they're waiting this long to start moving into it. I guess if they couldn't perform or get it out, under pressure, not everybody can really get it going. But these are some fantastic things to be working on in the background. These are things we've been asking for forever. So, maybe they just had to drop Datacrons first to make us feel bad, so that when we come into this, it's even better. Maybe maybe that's kind of the thought process here. I'd really appreciate it if CG could let us know that they're doing something like this in the background, because this gives me a lot more hope for the game. It doesn't feel as bleak as some of the content creators I watch make it sound. You know what I mean? Because I really do like this game. So the more things that we see like this, the better for my life enjoyment of the game, I guess, until it finally dies. But that's going to be it for now. Interesting that they're releasing Jabba the Hutt as a standalone GL. Very, very interesting. I'm excited to see what characters come out as a marquee with it. I'm excited to see the team that comes out alongside it as a marquee team. Because it does say that we're going to get other teams that interact well with the Hutt Cartel tag. So there is a chance that, hey, we get a good Hutt Cartel team out of the marquee characters, and then we get a Hutt Cartel team out of Jabba the Hutt. So, that sounds pretty dope to me. I'm very excited. This is some cool stuff popping into Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. Time for me to stop ranting, though. I'll talk to you guys at a later date. Guten Tag.